I think to say that Ashoka turned to Buddhism as a redemptive act after the atrocities of Kalinga is too simplistic and, in all likelihood, inaccurate. He does not say that. Uh, what I think is a more accurate way of looking at it is that he was dabbling in Buddhism for quite a while. And it was natural for people of that time in that location, which is what is today Bihar, to experiment with various kinds of new religions that were emerging at the time. There was Jainism, there were the Ajivakas, and there was Buddhism, which was probably the most successful of the several ascetic religions that were emerging at the time. What he says actually is that he was a Buddhist, so-and-so Buddhist, but and then he became a Upasaka, as he says, but he was sort of a so-so Buddhist. He wasn't very devout. And it was 2 years after those initial forays into Buddhism, where he said he went to see the Sangha. Sangha is the Buddhist monastic order, maybe a single monk, maybe several monks. After which encounter with the monks, he said he began to strive. The word is very important, the strive. And this he says in the very first minor rock inscription. It was after that that he became a fully fledged Upasaka and became a Buddhist. The connection to the Kalinga episode is, I think, instructive, because if you look at the timeline, I try to give the timeline in the book, it is somewhat after, maybe months after the Kalinga War. So there is some way in which we can connect not his initial turn to Buddhism, but his full embrace of Buddhism as an Upasaka, as he says, a devout Buddhist, to the experience he had in Kalinga and his regret at what he had done within Kalinga. So I think there is some connection to that, but not, I do not think, and Professor Romila Thapar had said this 50 years ago, we cannot see a causal connection between the atrocities of Kalinga, the war in Kalinga, and his turning to Buddhism.